All right, so I see that he's on, so let's go ahead and call the meeting to order. Let's do the flag salute, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please. Junior?
Here. Here.
Steve? Here. Leslie?
Here.
Sandy? Here.
David is here as well.
I'm here.
Thank you. And by the way, we can barely hear you, Tony, so just so you know that.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, much better. Okay, so next on the agenda is the approval of the minutes for October 6th, 2020 for a regular meeting. Has everybody had a chance to read those? Do I have a motion?
So moved.
It's been moved by David. I need a second.
I'll second it.
Been moved by David and seconded by Junior to approve the October 6th, 2020 regular meeting. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion passes 5 and 1 vacant. Next is the approval of November 3rd, 2020 regular meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. Been moved by Junior and seconded by Leslie to approve the November 3rd, 2020 regular minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion passes 5 and 1 vacant. It doesn't look like we have anybody new. Well, who's the Galaxy J7 Aurora? Who's that? Can you please identify yourself? Okay, I guess they're not going to, so we'll move on. We're gonna go to financial report ending November 30th, 2020. I don't see Marta on there, but I know that I see Karen on. Karen, you're muted.
I can't believe I let my face show and my voice didn't. That's not me at all. So
Uh-oh, we're
anyway,
having-
Marta is, you know, she's going to have a baby here in February or January. So anyway, it's time for her to go do her. So the only thing I would bring to your attention is that in the general fund, you see that revenue received this month is $2,191,000, and that is our property tax coming in.
Okay, that's great.
And I probably would have a better, if I was at my office, I would have a better breakdown of the other. But you see, like the building fund had a banner month again.
Yes, it's really
50%.
growing.
Oh, I'm going to tell you, everybody I talk to says they're busier than they've ever been. They just don't know how to keep up. I was just speaking with Irrigan this morning.
Yep. Any
So-
questions for Karen, you guys? None? All right, seeing none, we need a motion on the floor to approve the financial report. No motion?
So moved. I'll move to approve the financial report.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. We got a motion on the floor by David and seconded by Junior to approve the financial report ending November 30th, 2020. Any questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
David?
Are you saying me? Then yes.
We can't hear Tony at all.
Yeah. He's gonna either have to speak up a little louder for us to hear.
Leslie?
Leslie,
Yes.
I cannot hear her.
Junior? Junior, can you hear us?
I'm here. I say yes.
Katie?
Here.
Sandy?
Yes. I don't know if we have to move Tony up closer to the microphone so we can hear her so she can do that, but I guess that's probably the only one she'll have to do. Okay, thanks. Okay, so next is public comment. That would be Tori. Hey, Tori.
Okay. Hi. Good evening. So I'm just gonna have some chamber updates. Next week on December 16th at noon is our luncheon, virtual once again. I'm gonna have Sonia Neal with Columbia River Health joining me. We're gonna have a discussion about COVID-19 and operations of the clinic, and then that will be in English and Spanish translation. And we will also be providing some community updates and announcements that are happening around. Oops, sorry about that. And what's happening around town. And then we will also be releasing the names of the four board positions that will be seated in January for the new for the open positions in chamber. Virtual Lunch and Learn series with guest speaker Kathy Height. That will be our second one of our series of 4. That will be January 21st at noon. It's a 45-minute discussion. And this will be about talking about maintaining performance in a competitive global market is desirable, but can be difficult without intentional planning and consistent execution of strategies. In this discussion, they will break down, explore the traits of high-performing cultures, recognize the role of leaders in creating culture and performance, and discover 3 strategies to develop high-performing cultures within your business. So we're excited about that. And then just a reminder that Riverside's volleyball team is doing a annual winter light and decoration contest. This is also a fundraiser for the Riverside volleyball team. And if you want more information about it or to sign up and register your home into the decorating contest, you can find that information on our Facebook page. They also have a PayPal account where you can pay for your fee to be part of that. And that is also just money to go to the Riverside volleyball team. And then they will be, and the deadline for that is December 12th. And then the selection of the top 3 houses will be selected on December 17th. So we're excited about that. Santa Pictures at the Fire Station is December 19th from 2 to 5 p.m. And those, I think, are just in front of the fire trucks at the fire station. And then story time with the chamber. If you guys noticed, we did one last Friday. I think it was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This next Friday will be released again on December 11th, and we will be reading The Grinch That Stole Christmas, and that will be in English and Spanish. And we are still working on the Giving Tree program, which is also includes the holiday boxes for families. We have about 100 boxes that we have to put together and package and give to the community. We're kind of behind on our donations in that. And so we're really asking our community partners to kind of come out and help us fulfill those boxes, either monetarily or by donations. And you can find more information on that at the Boardman Food Pantry Facebook page. And there's a list there. They have a list of what they're putting in the boxes and what they're needing. So, and then for a BCDA update, it's kind of the end of the year for us. So we are working on the Rural Broadband Capacity Program grant that the city of Boardman applied for. partnering with BCDA, and we are about 80% complete on that project. We're really excited. They are just probably done by this week with infrastructure for the fiber to the home portion over on, it'd be northwest Boardman Avenue in that area. And then they have 5 tower locations, and those will all be going live within the next week or two. And when that's done, we are 100% complete with that broadband grant. And that is great because those funds had to be expended by the end of 2020. So that's looking good. And then we are pleased to announce that BCDA received the same allocations for 2021 as we did in 2020 for the CREZ 2 board on Monday. These dollars will be continue to work to provide community and business development to help encourage further growth of Boardman, and also support youth in youth sports and our school programs and the rec center and different programs that we have supported over the years through BCDA. So we're excited about that. And then we will also be putting together a survey here pretty soon that is going to be about we usually have a meeting that comes together and we kind of have a discussion about everybody's plans or want list, I guess, of what they want to see in our community. Well, we're going to do it through a survey this year, and it's going to be an enhancement survey of future projects. So be looking for that survey here pretty soon. And that's your way of giving your feedback, how BCDA can spend some of our dollars. So that's all I have. If anybody has questions for me.
Anybody have questions for Tori? All right, thank you, Tori.
Thank you.
If I don't see you before Christmas, have a Merry Christmas.
Yes. Merry Christmas, everybody. We're all kind of holed up in our offices.
Yes. Okay. Any other public comment? Okay, so we're going to move on to action items. The first action item is Resolution 29-2020, a resolution establishing the receiving and use of COVID-19 rural broadband capacity program funds provided from the CARES Act through Business Oregon to the city of Boardman, Oregon. Do I have a motion on the floor?
I will move that we pass resolution 29-2020 establishing and receiving the use of COVID-19 rural broadband capacity program funds provided from the CARES Act through Business Oregon to the city of Boardman, Oregon.
Good job.
I'll second it.
Okay, it's been moved by Junior and seconded by David to approve Resolution 29-2020. I'm just going to say a resolution establishing the receiving and use of COVID-19 rural broadband capacity program funds, to make it shorter. So all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Oh, you know what? I'm messed up. We're supposed to have a roll call. Sorry. Got it. So Tony, could we have a roll call, please?
David,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Junior,
Yes.
Katie,
Yes.
Sandy,
Yes. Motion passes 5 and 1 vacant. Okay, so moving on to other business. We have a vacancy to fill, and we've got 3 candidates, and I'm not sure how we can see them. Rick, are you going to change it so we can see them, or?
As they start talking, you should be able to see them.
Okay. So who would like, we've got 4 questions, and I guess we'll just start with the first counselor. I can't see who's there. So I'm just gonna have one of the counselors start. David, would you like to start with the first question to the first candidate?
Let me find it. I'm bringing him up right now.
Okay.
This is Jonathan Tolman.
Okay, Jonathan, you know what? For some reason, I'm not my computer's slow, so it's not bringing it up.
It's Jonathan.
Yeah, but it's not bringing up the questions.
Oh, you want me to read the question for you?
Would you please?
I sure can. Jonathan, tell me if you can't hear me, but I'm gonna try and be as, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay. Is there something in particular you hope to accomplish while serving on the city council? And why is serving on the council important to you? Please elaborate.
Yes, this is actually a very good question. The first thing is property taxes. Right now, property taxes are pretty high. But what we need to do, since there's so much growth and there's so many jobs in the area, is we need housing. And I have actually put up a spreadsheet to show the prices of houses and how that varies with the jobs in the area as well too. So that bringing the housing prices and finding out why the housing prices need to correlate with our jobs as far as our pay, so that we can bring a tax base that will be the future base for the revenue of Boardman. And to me, it's all about saving, it's about bringing, the reason why I moved back to Boardman is to be a part of this community. And it's about bringing all this together and being involved with the community.
Thank you. The next candidate is, oh my goodness, I have her name in front of me. Look at go.
All right. So I'm Jennifer Layden.
Hi, there you go. Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to get involved in the community, and I think the best way of doing it is to understand what's going on in the community. So if I'm going to sit and listen, then I want to have a voice. I want to show my kids that they can do whatever they want to do as long as they set their mind to it and do the best that they can.
Thank you. Isaac?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Myself, I am kind of like Jennifer. When I started coming to city council meetings, I thought that everything that was on the table, I could be a good voice, a part of the conversation. Something that I just wanted to accomplish was kind of representing a younger generation and showing people to get motivated to become active within our, sorry, the volume put out, in our community, and just kind of raising awareness and hopefully bringing more of a unity within our community as well.
Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you.
You want me to do the next question too? Okay, so I'm gonna go to,
I found the question, so if you want me to do the next one, I can.
okay, that's great.
Okay, number 2. And we're just gonna start with Jonathan again, or we're gonna just kind of go down?
Go around to different people, so they're not all having to answer first.
Okay, let's do Jennifer then. We'll just kind of go down the row. The current city council is made up of community members with a diversity of backgrounds and knowledge. What makes you stand out from the other candidates? If chosen, what do you believe you have to contribute to the current council? Did you get that?
Yeah, that's a lot. I guess, growing up, we were kind of, poor. We didn't have a lot. So I kind of understand how it feels to be on, not being where everybody wants you to be and kind of struggling, and then I worked hard and, now I feel like I'm, in the moderate range. And so, it's just by hard work, you can do anything, and that's a lot of it. I've had some college backgrounds. I worked with in the schools, I work with young kids now. So it's kind of nice to be able to incorporate those young kids into everything and show them that there's more to everything than what they think.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Hello again, this is Isaac. Myself, as far as what my background is, I spent my earlier years in a touring metal band. And so the background that I was able to kind of acquire for myself was a way to kind of speak to people through music. We were more of a positive message metal band. And, it was beyond that, kind of my own natural charisma and such that made me reach out to people. And I'd like just to be able to show that, you know, it can be anyone that could sit on the line with, you know, the right criteria met. And it can be any of us that can input something better and input little stepping stones for our future, for our kids and for ourselves included, just to have a stronger foothold.
Thank you. Jonathan, you're next.
Yes, can you hear me? This is Jonathan. For me, it is having a business background. I love doing the research. I love going over the numbers and knowing the numbers that back up the logic of why things work. With that history and just overcoming any of those obstacles that can make this city of Boardman grow on a continuing basis in the diverse nature that it has here in Boardman.
Thank you. Leslie, did you want to read the next question?
Sure, I can do that. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, question number 3. Tell us about something in Boardman, an issue, a project, a decision, past, present, or future that bothers you, and then tell us what your solution would be or what you would do to go about addressing it.
I think that would go to Jennifer first. No, I'm sorry, Isaac first.
Can I have just a few seconds to think, please?
I can repeat it if you'd like me to.
Leslie, could you read the question again, please?
Certainly. Tell us about something in Boardman, an issue, a project, a decision, past, present, or future, that bothers you. And then tell us what your solution would be or what you would do to go about addressing it.
Well, I'm kind of thinking on the spot, so I apologize for not looking like a fully fleshed out idea. But something that bothers me is the lack of options for families or children. Not that there's none, but I would just like to see more growth in that. And you know, granted, I can't say that we should just spend the city's money and do this or that, but I would like to see more things that could be community and family oriented. Examples just pulling out of my mind. A small theater, bowling alley, something just to give the town a little more accessibility and a little more options to go and enjoy time together. And I would say, without rambling, that would be my answer. Thank you.
All right, this is Jonathan again. This city actually is very lucky. We are on precious valuables here. We are on a gold mine, but we are giving away our gold. Water to me is what started with me as far as the transparency. In the Anderson Engineering Report, which I have emailed the City Council before for the last year, it says that the City of Boardman recognizes, and this is in 2015, that their need to create a water use rate structure that would be considered an increasing block rate structure, meaning increased water use would cost more. I have still not gotten from 2016 to 2020, and I want to go on record still, that I would like to see how much water is going and what can we do to cultivate that so that we can turn that into a revenue source so that pays for some of the housing, okay, for the structure to get more people that want to live here in Boardman.
Thank you, Jonathan. Junior, did you want to read the last question? Would you like me to, or you want Katie to?
I don't have the questions, so somebody else can have.
Jennifer
Okay.
still has to answer.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Jennifer.
I think the biggest thing for me is like the transparency. So for somebody that's really not a lot involved, it's really hard to find information. When you go online to look things up, it's hard to find it. And, you know, I know there was issues earlier this summer and it's, oh, go here, look there, go look this place, look that place. It's really hard to find it. And you go to all those places and you can't find it. So it'd be nice to have some sort of specific spot that the information is posted, where, you know, things that are super important can be put out there for people to find easier.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll just go ahead and read the last question. The city council must render decisions regarding the implementations of policies and/or programs that may be somewhat difficult. Are you willing to take on the responsibility of making decisions that are in the best interests of the city, even if it's difficult? And how would you address the public if questions on these decisions? I guess that would be Jonathan again.
For me, I know that sometimes I can come off confrontational, but I'm honest with, I will be completely, I want to work with everybody involved. I want to overcome hurdles. So to me, the main thing is not being political correct when it comes to what's going on here, especially what we see going on. And what we're being told and what we're being given are actually two different things. And so I do understand that we still need to be polite and civil with each other, but it still needs to be said, but it needs to be explained, and both sides need to be civil as far as understanding how it works and having an open dialogue about the conversation to make it of the who's and whys and the hows, so it doesn't come across the wrong way.
Guess that really didn't answer the question though, Jonathan. Can you kind of, I mean, you answered some of it, but part of the question was the city council must render decisions regarding the implementations of policies and/or programs that may be somewhat difficult. Are you willing to take on the responsibility of making decisions that are in the best interest of the city?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Jennifer?
Well, yeah, I completely am ready for that challenge. I think that there's always so many different aspects to everything, and you know, kind of weighing what everybody says, and if it's something that I don't understand or somebody else doesn't understand, or you know, it's kind of nice to hear other people's opinions or questions, or you know, sometimes we could be completely wrong, and when you talk to somebody else, they can give you more valid feedback that can sometimes sway your mind. So yes.
Thank you. Isaac?
Thank you. Well, to be clear, yes. And then the rest of the question, beyond just the simple answer, is I think there's a right way to talk about anything to someone, as long as you're gauging and considering not only their feelings and their emotions, but their beliefs as well. But in a situation where, as an example, the council makes a decision and it doesn't resonate with everyone, taking the time and just explaining where the decision came from and why it was made might be a long conversation, but there's still a way to move through that and to not only represent the city, but with the council. And if I was myself included in that decision, and what the betterment was and where the mindset was, how that reacts with them is kind of up to them on what they give back to conversationally. But it is possible, and there is a way to move through that conversation and still uphold what the person or the council voted for and why they believe in it. So yes, and then the rest of my answer.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, those are the 4 questions that we are allowed to ask tonight, because we didn't want to put you guys on too much of a front, because we didn't send you those questions in advance. I think we already traumatized you enough, probably. So, that they were all great answers, and I appreciate all the answers. So how we're gonna do this is, since we're not all in the council chambers and we're all doing this by Zoom, we're going to text Tony, our recorder tonight, our answers. And then she's gonna respond with those answers after she takes a total and let you know. So for the counselors on Zoom, Tony's number is 360-487-0758. And just text her who you want.
Madam Mayor, can you repeat that number one more time, please?
360-487-0758.
Tony, do you want us to respond with who it is, so you know who's giving you, what counselor is texting you?
I think I have
You have everybody?
everybody in here. I don't know if I have your number. Yeah, let me know.
Okay. Or I can write it down.
Okay.
All right, number 360-487-0758.
I just sent it to him.
I actually got you in my phone.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, Madam Mayor, we have the results in.
Okay,
You want me to share them?
yes, please.
It looks like Isaac has been appointed as your new counselor.
Who was that?
Isaac?
Did you say Isaac?
Yes, Isaac.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations, Isaac.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Madam Mayor, are you?
No, I'm not yet. I wanted to talk to the other candidates that were present. Jonathan and Jennifer, I just wanted to thank you both for being present tonight and being willing to serve on the council. Please consider next time when running, maybe the next election when there's open positions, or maybe volunteering your time somewhere else where it's needed. There's lots of places. The senior center could use help. The church, the food bank can use help. So lots of other places that could use your help. Thank you. So go ahead, Rick.
So how would you like to proceed at this point? Do you have the stuff to swear in Isaac, or do we want to?
Yeah, no, we could swear him in tonight, if you would like to do that. Do we have his paperwork there?
Do you have the?
I don't
doesn't-
I don't have my paperwork in front of me either.
So it might have to wait till the next meeting?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
Karen, you're muted.
I think it'll have to be done next meeting, and that's fine. She's still muted. Can you unmute her there?
I can ask to unmute. Karen, can you push the space bar and hold it down?
There you go. Oh, just
Have to
hold
hold
it
it.
down. There you go. You're unmuted. But if you have to hold on to it.
All right. I think that, yeah, we'll just swear Isaac in with everyone else next.
Okay.
Because we're going to have to figure out this Zoom stuff better than we're doing tonight.
Well, with having to fill the vacancies, it is kind of hard to do that, but hopefully you
It's-
won't have to do it for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. We'll go into the police report next. Chief?
I believe everybody should have been furnished a copy of the month-end police report for the month of November. Are there any questions about that submitted report?
I don't have any. Doesn't look like anybody else does either, so thank you for the report.
Okay, I don't really have anything else to report other than obviously the state and OSHA have put out new guidelines for operations for both the city, well, all businesses, but the police department and the city have been working diligently to come up with a plan to meet all the timelines that are required to be met. We're getting there. There's a lot of work to do. It's very confusing and we're not getting a lot of help from OSHA. The guidelines are very limited in information, but we're working on it extremely hard, trying to meet their deadlines. I think one of the deadlines was yesterday, and we have a plan, but we have to also do an infection control plan and several other issues that we're trying to address. So it is taking time, a lot of time.
Chief, does that take us off the category that we're in right now? No?
That change that. In order for that to change, our weekly numbers are going to have to drastically diminish. I believe last week there were 30 cases in Morrow County, so it might have even been 33. So, but the problem with this plan is it's implemented by OSHA, and if we don't comply and we're not following their directives, we could be fined. So we're trying to work on that.
Okay. Are you talking about local businesses, or are you talking about City Hall, just City Hall?
Just talking about stuff that's happening on the police department, City Hall.
Okay.
Everything the city government has to have a plan. I know that, and Karen can tell you that she and Marta, along with Captain Dieter, have been working hard to try to come up with these plans. I know Marta's probably beating her head against the wall like Lauren is, trying to get enough information to put these plans together. We also have a training we have to attend. All city employees have to attend. And we got the county health department to agree to do that. So we'll be putting that out to staff, I believe tomorrow, to let them know the date and time. So there's a lot left to do, and it's not easy to comply with their guidelines. So.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Hope everything goes good. I know you guys will do good. The building department, Barry, I see you're here. Good evening. Oh, that's the planning department. Do we have Ed here?
Hello,
Hi, Ed.
how are you?
Fine, how are you? Oh, that wasn't the right one.
Well, I'm not very happy. Like Karen said, you got a long way to go
Thanks, Ed.
to get meetings done so they can understand them on Zoom.
All right, so do we have anybody from the building department here at all?
No.
I don't think so, but I can
Okay.
tell you you know, Jackie has been out since before Thanksgiving. Probably will not be out she probably will be out the rest of this week, if not longer. We're starting to feel a definite staff crunch because without Jackie and Heather, we're putting a ton of work on Marta.
Yeah,
And so I'll let you know if, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. You just try to keep up. Like Rick said about the OSHA thing, we have scheduled a meeting for our own employees on Friday. And most of that will have to be done by Zoom. And then, like you say, there's other deadlines that have to be met by the end of the year. And so
I see in your notes that you wrote to us that you were going to offer that OSHA training also to other organizations in town.
well, that's the one that the county, we want the county to come do it for us. Rick just mentioned that the health department, and then,
Yes.
you know, you can, anybody that wants can tune in, and that would cover lots of other people so they could check off the list
Okay,
that they had done it also.
okay, that would be nice to know. Will you send out an email to businesses? Okay,
No, we'll make sure that they know
okay.
so that,
Is there anything else you want to report since we don't have much to report?
so is it my turn now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, well, first off, y'all need to turn and say hooray for Barry because this is his 40th year. We're working-
Wow, nice job, Barry.
and
Good job.
I know you don't get a gold watch or any of those things if you work for the city of Boardman, but you hardly ever have anybody that will come and spend their entire career with the same community. So
That's true.
congratulations, Barry. Thanks a lot for all your work.
Thank you, Barry.
Now I've started my 41st.
Starting the 41st, yep.
Yep.
And today we had a phone conference, Corps of Engineers, which makes it think we're going to have to start our 42nd and 43rd here too. Oh, they're making me crazy. Molasses just doesn't run any farther. In your packet this time, I sent you out the county clerk sent the official vote of the voters tally so that you have that and you can see that it was official, that how many votes people got. I sent out the population for this year and for 18. And like I said in my report, we came up like 890 people, I think, from 18 to 2020. And I know we've worked really hard trying to get PSU to recognize how many people we have living in Boardman. And so last year and this year, they really have tried to get the correct figures, I think. So, and I put in there and just probably just, I don't know how much you like to know how much the populations of each county is and each city, but sometimes it's just fun to look at other towns around you and see how many are similar to our size and how many aren't. And we received a thank you letter. You know, we voted to send $500 down to the USS Oregon. So they sent us a thank you letter. So that was nice. Now comes the really hard part. The elected essentials workshops is, you know, they call me and email me weekly trying to make sure that the city council candidates and the ones that are already there will attend this. And I think when Leslie and Katie came on, they at least went down to an evening one. This one here seems to me like it takes quite a few hours. Yeah,
It's an all day, yeah.
yeah. And so they really would like for you to sign up to this. And I guess if you don't, we'll start, they have ones that they have them recorded so we can come and show them at the council. Like I said, I don't think if we're only going to meet once a month, we should not be done by 8 o'clock. That's all there is to it. And so there's lots of things for the council to learn and lots of things for us to discuss. So and then there's the last page was about City Day at the Capitol. And I don't know what that will look like. One year I went down to it and it was a lot of fun. You met a lot of other city councilors, city managers and mayors. And we went and visited the Capitol and stuff, and not everybody's been to the Capitol. So I don't know if I wrote on here about our Christmas party because I had totally forgotten about it. I don't know if we want to do a Zoom kind of a thing some evening next week. And like I say, it's going to have to be a lot better than this, or there's no reason to do it. But we could get all the employees and, all the counselors and stuff and have a chat. Anyway, if anybody would want to think about that, that would let me know. If you don't, we'll just continue to go on and we'll see that you each get your gift and call it an end of another day. So I don't know if I don't know as I sent it out. I have shingles, and so I'm working from home for a week or two. So like I say, it's getting to be really slim pickings at the office. And Tony and Marta are working their bones off. So the other thing I'd like to say before I go tonight, David Jones, maybe this is going to be your last meeting, but it's been a pleasure to work with you. And I'm going to miss having you stop by and chat with me. So don't forget where my desk is.
Thanks.
Wear
Karen.
your mask.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
No, did I tell you that I have a new soapbox? The soapbox is wear your mask so your kids can go to school. Because I've decided that people didn't care if their grandma died. And so we've got to get our kids back into school because it's getting to be a serious problem with our children. So anyway, David, thanks for all your dedication to the city and the time spent and stuff.
Thank you, David.
Been a pleasure, guys, and a privilege.
I
Thanks.
think I have one last meeting, don't I? January meeting?
Yes, you need to come in January and swear in the new people.
Okay.
So is there anything else tonight that,
I would like to tell David thanks, and it's been a pleasure.
all righty. We'll figure out a little, it's so hard now to do any little to-do thing. I just can't wait for the old days, so.
I know.
The vaccine's coming, guys. The vaccine's coming. Hopefully it'll work out.
Yeah.
So.
Today, Karen and I on that call, even the Corps of Engineers had a hard time with just a conference call. It was doing some techno dance thing with the ringtones.
It's not who's running the meeting. It's actually just Zoom, period. I have a hard time getting used to it too, because you like to see the people face to face to what you're doing business with, or having, you like to see people in the council chambers, and we don't get to see that anymore. I really miss it. Of course,
Just an option as well is there is WebEx. I've grown more fond of WebEx than I am of Zoom. So just a thought.
well, most of the people that we deal with though do Zoom, so. But it is a thought that the city could use. I don't know how that would work. Anyway, do we have anything else for business? Counselors, do you have anything?
Nope.
All right, thank
Well,
you.
I have one thing. I just
What's
wanted to say thanks to everybody. I don't know if you heard me all, but it's been a good run and it's been a privilege. So good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
All right, if nothing else, I'm going to call this meeting adjourned. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, David.
Night.
Night.